Alright, I'm here. God damn, hair keeps getting into my face. Stop that. Fuck. So annoying. Now my own weird little struggles have been semi-fixed. I still have issues with my freaking vitamin patch. I am not putting them on my hands again. It's not gonna work. One of them staying on just fine. The other is having fucking issues. This is what I get for trying to fix anything. There's always just something going wrong. Anyways, it's old school runescape today, in case it wasn't obvious by the background music, which hopefully is balanced correctly, because they changed a bunch of stuff and it messed up the audio. It's fine. It's just they added like an extra volume slider in, and the first time I opened the game, when that went live, it was way too loud all of a sudden. So yeah, hopefully it's fine. Chances are I will not find out till I get the chance to look at the VOD myself later. Nobody will say anything. Yeah, anyway. Back to doing chunk tasks. Hooray! I am currently at 64 fletching. Like 17% in? Yeah, 17. 17% into 65. At 65, I can clear off a chunk task. I can make a bit of progress somewhere. It's also like, it's a grind, but it's also one of the easier grinds. It's not quite as obnoxious. So, we'll take care of this. I still have to go back in and seriously hunt implants. I pick up any of the baby ones I find as I'm going. If I see them, I will get them. Also, the clue pile is here. It exists. Hold on, I might need to actually adjust this a bit. Very loud click sound. Let's just come in here and grab like one wheats. Okay. You, but boy, I don't know what you're up to. Why you would need a singular wheat. You do you. Also, we are definitely hitting 72 woodcutting. That's gonna be unavoidable. We're just gonna make unstrung or unfinished willow longbows today. It's gonna take just short of 900 actions, I believe. So I was working on this morning. Yeah, no, this will probably be most of the stream, but it's not gonna take that long in the grand scheme of things. I still have 7 more range levels to go. At least I have a crossbow for that now, but it's still not fun. The dark wizards are still my best target, and they're still a nightmare to deal with. All it takes is me hitting nothing but constant ones, and then there's suddenly a problem. Prayer's at 34. So that's also going. Also, I'm not gonna hop worlds to sell the unfinished bows. I can't be bothered. That's a lot of extra work for not really that much extra cash. I do need the cash because I still have a magic grind to go, and I don't know how much I'm going to have by the time I need to do that grind. It's gonna vary, because, like, Essence implants are on the way, but I don't know how well any of this shit's gonna go. I also still need to get back to the smithing grind at some point. I have been slowly creating a pile of more rings of forging. Like every time I get rubies, it's like, okay, time to make more rings. So I do have a bunch of rings sitting around, so I have, I think, at least 1,000, somewhere in that range, of no-fail iron bars. Yeah, around 850 is how many I have to make of these still. Not too bad. But I like to get the tasks done on stream. The leveling I usually just do on my own, but... well, some of it anyways. Because there's still a lot of it. I think I said this before on another stream. This is slowly becoming my, like, wind down at the end of the night task type of thing. It's like, I'll just turn it on for like 30 minutes and go shoot some dark wizards. Also, you can tell I've been here. It hasn't gotten rid of all of them just yet. Nobody's come by to buy them either for their own fletching grinds. Or even to just sell them on the Grand Exchange. I don't know if they can actually see those ones. I don't know. I know some shops you can. You can grab stuff the Iron Men are selling. Don't do that. Also, YouTube, can we maintain the energy and the view numbers that my most recent chart got on the next one? Can we maintain that and not just suddenly have one get, like, no views again? God, I wish I had any idea of why they're so wildly inconsistent. I know for, like, the most recent ones, it's inconsistent because YouTube doesn't like it when you take a break, and I was forced to take a break. YouTube gets very pissy about that. Somebody decided we all had to be slaves to a fucking computer algorithm. So, you know, I got fucking stuck in a situation where, like, anything sometimes even a week break is too much, and it'll still tell you to go fuck yourself. Yeah, no, sometimes it's just like, yeah, nobody is going to see this for no apparent reason. It's like, cool, why did I put effort in? Okay, granted, I'm not putting that much effort into the shorts. Though some of that's also due to the fact that I streamlined a few things to make my life easier, so I don't have to futz with a bunch of sliders all the goddamn time. And honestly, I could further optimize that. Make some more automated stuff. So that I'll have to really do is attach a couple things to the individual pieces of the video and boom, everything's put together. Even then, it can still take me hours to get a bunch of charts done all at once. Usually just due to the fact that in order to edit the audio, I have to wait till it actually all loads in properly. Also, I'm just gonna say it. Holy shit, these fucking decorations look sick. They're not like super fancy or anything, but they look really cool. But I think they're causing a weird background noise I can't quite place. There's a whole lot of sounds I don't remember being here. Yes, that is a dead medium clue. I can't do anything with it. It requires items I don't have access to. Actually, I'm not even sure it's in an area I can access either. I don't remember. I just remember... Wait, was it that one or was it a different one I'm thinking of? There was one I got today that had a bunch of items I couldn't use. I've been awake since 7. I think I got like 2 hours in a Fletching this morning. Yeah, this is, I think, pretty much going to be the entire stream. I want to get this done, if nothing else. I also still have to do cooking grind, but I think the cooking grind is mostly going to entail just going and making cheese. It's not like the worst thing. And then I can make baked potatoes and shit, but yeah, it's mostly going to involve cheese. And then I'll have food for later if end up having a boss grind. That is so far away from happening because I ain't rolling anytime soon. Absolutely made everything take longer. So yeah, we're gonna be here for a while still. Also doesn't help that I have so much to grind on 14 now too. Now I have relics to get, I have cosmic stuff to do. Not that I ever finish any of the cosmic exploration stuff. Not that I finish the upgrades before another chunk comes out, but... I ended up finishing the botany main hand last night. Didn't realize that SE was going to be so bloody arbitrary with how many actual upgrade tiers there were for any given planet. Because apparently there's only 3 levels this time. The first area was 9, the second was 5, and now it's 3. And I think there's probably one more planet. Just based on the fact that it looks like the menu has room for one more EXP bar. It's still kind of a guess, I have no idea, but it really looks like there should be one more bar. God, I love that minion. It's just like chubby red panda strolling by. I know, I haven't gotten any of the pets yet. It'd be funny, but no, it hasn't happened yet. Not for lack of skilling or anything. Absolutely not for a lack of skilling or anything. But yeah, no, the botany main hand ended up getting finished last night, but like I definitely assumed I had more levels to work on. And then I hit a cutscene and I was like, oh, I guess it's done. Yay. Like, I guess it's done, and then confirmed it with the XP menu, and it was like, yeah, you have one finished. I actually finished it during a red alert. One of the gale force winds happened again. Then I swapped over to minor for a bit. As usual, I'll get all the gathering ones done and then move on to the crafting stuff, because then I'll have the EXP boost for the crafting items. So I think the EXP boost is 1, 3, and 5. Also, as usual, I'm just fucking tired. It's not as bad, but it's just like, I sure as fuck didn't want to wake up at 7, and then my neighbors decided slamming doors before 9 o'clock was a great idea. And when I was doing my workout, somebody was doing some kind of plant or yard care, you know, just like that general buzzing sound that sounds like a lawnmower. And somebody was fucking yelling at the guy. Like, what is going on here? And then I hear yelling in the hallway. Because bitch decided he was going to take it inside. What are these fucking people? So why is anybody doing the yard maintenance around here? The grass is dead. Going for very long, so maybe they were working on the bushes. I don't know. It's like, the lawn here looks so fucking bad. You can see a mesh that's underneath the grass. That's how dead it is. There is like 0 coverage in spots. The combination of people running over it before it managed to fully integrate, people letting their dogs piss and shit everywhere. Just like general not giving a shit about it from management, and like, yeah, no, the grass is dead and it looks fucking terrible. I didn't know when they put in new grass, you're generally not supposed to walk on it. Not to mention we get a shit ton of weeds in the summer. That too. That is also not helping. Granted, they are pretty weeds because they're a mix of dandelions and these tiny white flowers, but weeds nonetheless. Also, it hadn't occurred to me. I knew about the evil chicken. I didn't realize the evil chicken was in this coop. I saw it this morning. There it is. There's that little fucking asshole. That thing is absolutely crazy. What do you mean it's level 159? Luckily, I can't fucking go and piss it off right now. It is out of my chunks. It is not my problem. Yet. So I really want the chunk picker to send me west at this point. I needed to stop trying to put me in the swamp. Or, well, Mauritania swamp. Send me to Lombard swamp, please. Stop trying to make my life harder. Also, thankfully, it's not too hot today. It's supposed to be fairly chill. It's mostly just that there's some cloud cover. It looked like it wasn't going to give me any today, but I'm not getting excruciatingly direct sunlight today. That's always the worst. It's nice for free heating, but other than that, I could really do without. It's only a benefit if the power goes out. So I remember waking up one day a couple of years ago to a text, and Mom's like, "Hey, some dipshit hit a power pole. Are you gonna be alright over there?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'll be fine once the sun's fully out and everything warms up a bit." Because it was really cold in my room at that point. Like, yeah, no. No, once it heats up, I'll be fine. Also, bro, how are you hitting a power pole in the middle of the city? What are you doing? I just wandered around. Dude, in the time it's gonna take me to complete that quest, you could have just gone and talked to Juliet yourself. You know that, right? Sir? Sir? Why are you still pathetically hanging around Barrack Square? Let's be a little proactive, my guy. Oh, hi. Got ya. Why'd the claw go the other direction first? Game? Hello? Excuse me? Uh-oh. We good? You okay? Did I do that too fast? Like, you can't make it that obvious if you want me to go slowly. Oh, it's emeralds. Damn. Emeralds are fine. I just wanted rubies. Rubies I can, like, actually use right now. Also, game, can we, like, not crash because I do too well? Please? God, everything's a fucking bot now, man. I was just looking at Twitter. It's not even just Twitter, because we had an incident yesterday as well. Because I banned somebody for advertising. Yeah, their account's gone. I went back and checked my moderation information. It said banned an unknown user. That means their account's been deleted. So either as a real person, then they literally put the same message in every single chat, and either doing that got them flagged by Twitch's systems, or getting banned by literally everybody they fucking posted that message to got them flagged. Or was actually a bot, and somehow, and Twitch has some kind of system that actually detects that. I'd be really surprised. It also wouldn't be the first time I've had this happen. I think I've had, like 3 others, like, really weird ones where they end up following me, and then when I go to check the information, their account's just fucking gone. They end up, like, following the channel, and it never actually pings the alerts. But I'll see an email later that says they followed, and then I go and check shit, and the account's just not there. It's just like, everything is fucking bots and scams now. It's so fucking annoying. Oh, mention some of them are capable of having fucking conversations, which I think is what that other one was, like, a couple weeks ago. They kept insisting I commission their friend. Big glowing fucking air quotes, because there probably was no friend. Even assuming that was even halfway honest, it was probably just them. Because that one also appears to be fucking gone. Like, everything is scams and bots these days. It's so frustrating. Shit's already hard enough without having to just assume, like, half the people that show up in the chat are not actually people. Life already fucking sucks enough without having to assume that everything is a scam. Like, it almost makes me miss the stupid Nigerian prince emails. Like, remember when scams were like, obvious and stupid and just like almost feels like somebody's playing a prank rather than trying to scam you. I almost kind of miss those days. There you go, have the emeralds. Shit, I also miss those days because, like, things weren't all planned up, having planned up obsolescence. It's like, everything does now. Everything is meant to break in, like, a year, so you have to go buy a new one. Shit, not even Nintendo is producing fucking quality anymore. To be able to, like, smash a GameCube against the wall and be just perfectly fucking fine. Shit, I read a story of one falling off the back of a motorcycle on the highway and still working, just with like a couple scratches. There's also that one that got fucking bombed and still works. Nah, can't even get that. Joystick drift is still a problem. Okay, the batch after this will get me 72 wood cutting. If I'm looking at these numbers right. Also, some items don't even survive that long. They don't even survive a year. The case for my Kobo, this is my second one. And the material's already falling apart. I don't know if it's just because I use them too much or, to be fair, the material's kind of shit. At least the inside of the thing isn't peeling off like the first one was. Maybe I just gotta find a better one. Or, like, not buy the ones the company makes themselves. Makes it even funnier, because the device itself is holding up just fine, but it's the freaking cases that suck. Oh, there's my spine again. Okay. Come on, I haven't even been at this for an hour yet, and you're already telling me my spine is ready to make multiple popping sounds? Y'all, don't get old. Don't get old. It's not worth it. Not even in my 40s yet. God damn it. Oh yeah, no, I think these decorations are making noises. That is so weird. Yeah, seriously, why do the decorations make noises? Also, I have to look up how to do that event quest, because I keep seeing people run around the NPC. I don't know if it's even in chunk range. Obviously, part of it is. Or one keeps seeing people running past. If it's not, it's fine. I don't care that much. It's funny, because I care less about potentially losing out on an event item in this than I would in 14. And 14 brings their stuff back eventually. It just ends up in the cash shop. But I find that more offensive than just completely missing out on something in this. There's 72. Yeah, I know. 72 is definitely where that's ending. Even if I end up having to make bolts or arrows or something, I already have a bunch of, unfinished shafts and stuff. This is the one really apply to the, bolts, but yeah, for arrows, I already have some supplies. The reason I'm doing this instead of going and making, like, arrows and shit is because killing the chickens is a pain in the ass. Those fuckers love to run away from me right after I kill them. Which I guess does make some sense based on general, shit that happens with chickens, but, yeah, it's also just fucking annoying to have to go chase down the feathers I just acquired. I also have the ability to buy arrows and bolts. Not good bolts, just the bronze ones. I went and checked earlier. Because I think I'm doing the rest of this either with, a crossbow or knives if I just feel like leveling smithing off of it as well. Yeah, it just kind of depends how things wrap up, because I don't have much left for iron bolts. And to be fair, it's gotten me a decent amount so far. Like, that's still a couple of levels, no problem. As long as I'm picking them up. If I'm not picking them up, it's far less than it looks. Far, far less than it could be. Also, it's nice to work towards something that feels easy by comparison. So I've only had to go from 60 to 65. Like, compared to that smithing grind, this doesn't feel anywhere near as daunting. It still needs 2 levels, by the way, in case anybody's wondering about that. Which is, like, fine. It's whatever. It's not terrible. Especially, again, with every ring of forging I get, it's less and less annoying. The ability to guarantee I have a full inventory of iron bars is, very worth it. Sorry, hold up. My desktop fan is making noises. Usually when it starts making jittery noises, it's because it's not quite attached right. The only problem is this is a very sleepy task. Really, the challenge here isn't getting 65, it's not falling asleep in the process. Again, it doesn't help that I've been using old school runescape as like a winding down at the end of the night kind of thing. Oh shit, right. Did that actually fully upload or no? I forgot to put yesterday's VOD up on YouTube. So I had to do it this morning. Yeah, it's there. Okay. It's done its job. Part of the reason I didn't is because YouTube just stopped working last night. Like, the homepage wouldn't load in correctly. For like half an hour to an hour. It was just borked. I was a little concerned about trying to transfer it over. Nah, it worked fine this morning. So, like, we're good. We're good for once. Things have done the things they keep telling me they're supposed to do. Also, wait, why is the imp in here? Bro, you better not be stealing their inventory. I'm watching you. I have a knife and an axe. Hatchet, not axe. One thing I won't be back if you be fucking with them. So if you steal one of the unfinished, one of the unstrung bows, I'm not sure they'll notice. There's a lot of them in there right now. Yeah, I've probably got like 2 hours more to do with this. Assuming I don't get a beginner clue that I can use. Because, that always sidetracks me horribly. I had like 27 opened beginners and 3 uniques, I think? But nothing actually useful? Okay, I shouldn't say that, because I got a yew longbow somewhere. I assume it was the beginner clue, because I don't know where else that could have come from. It's in my bank. And I'm an Iron Man, so, like, I got it somewhere. Also, I'm debating how I'm getting the rest of those magic levels. I got a bit of EXP doing some high alkane. I had a bunch of 1-bar mithril items sitting in my bank from when I was actually still doing mithril. You know, putting up with that shit. Just where most of my cash stack is from right now. You know, that got me a bit of a ways. To be fair, it could also be high alkane these. Also, yay for RuneScape being weird. Why is the Willow Shield, which takes 2 of these logs, have the exact same high elk cost as the unfinished longbow? Why is that? Like, log to magic EXP. Yeah, no, it's still kind of better. Magic to fletching EXP. Kind of what I mean. Because at least it's double the fletching EXP to make the shield. But why is it the same freaking cost? Doesn't make any damn sense. Then again, I keep finding weird little things, like that whole thing with the potatoes and the cheese. Why can I make a potato with cheese before I can make cheese? Who set that up? Always trolling. It's just such a bizarro situation. Oh, also the chunk picker doesn't acknowledge that I can get the medium task for teleporting to Varrock Square. It hadn't occurred to me, but it's not listed. Since law runes are 100% obtainable in my current chunks, not even counting the Puro stuff. Yeah, it's not listed. I'm gonna have to probably add that manually later. But I was teleporting around because it just made my life easier. It's just like how bad my agility is. I run out of run energy so goddamn fast. Okay, less than 600 away. Oh, and I'm also saving the bird's nests now. I wasn't before. I'm gonna save them from now on. Or at least whenever I can, as long as I'm in at least a semi-decent walking distance to a bank. If I have to run halfway across a map, I ain't doing it. Like, the odds of ever getting Herblore are pretty fucking slim, but at least I can maybe prep for it. Who the fuck knows? Also, what the shit is up with these potions? What do you mean you put a crushed bird's nest into one of them? Ew. It's not like that bird nest is only sticks. Fuck. Just so gross. Also, the fact that we keep disturbing the birds. Then again, I'm also knocking the same tree down over and over again. I don't know how they keep making bird's nests that fast. Yes, hello, you. Hello, Chaos Gremlin. Nah, seriously, imps are such a problem. Those little fuckers love to drag you out of your chunks. That fucking teleportability, man. You hit them and then they're like, no, I'm just gonna teleport on the other side of this wall, thank you very much. Every time. You better not be angering the evil chicken. I cannot see the chicken right now. Also, it just kind of threw some of my future plans into chaos, I just realized. Because this is going to be probably the easier checking coop to access, and the evil one's in there. Like, technically, it's not that big of a deal if I just pay attention, but, like, if I'm not careful, the evil chicken destroys me. Because let's face it, at some point I'm gonna have to get chicken and feathers again. Eventually. Eventually that'll have to happen. Oh, right, I changed a bunch of settings on chicken so that I would drop them from my inventory with a left click. And so that their text doesn't show up. Because that was making farming chickens for feathers so much worse. Because, like, right now, out of everything the chickens drop, I need... If I ever go for them, feathers, bones, and then retrieving my arrows if that's what I'm doing at the time. I don't need raw chicken. You just lay them on the ground and then you have nothing but a pile of white text. Yeah, laugh all you want, you little bastard. Man, I am so glad they can't just, like, steal the shit you put down on the ground. Can you imagine these little fuckers stealing your clues that you're piling up? What a horrible way to lose your juggled clues. May actually go. Depending on how much energy I have after I'm done this, might go after the Implings and Puro. Maybe. It's like my legs are still hurting. I ended yesterday's stream, and then I got up to go to the bathroom, and my legs just hurt so much. It's not that bad, but after you've dealt with it for several weeks, it's just like, yeah, can we not do this, please? Can we be chill for once? It was not chill. Again, I can feel things getting better. It definitely feels like I plateau constantly. But I may just be imagining that. It's like, oh my god, I wish I didn't have to deal with this all the fucking time. I'm always gonna have to deal with it to some extent, but at least before I could at least get through the afternoon without feeling terrible. What the fuck? The hell am I seeing over here? Why do you have so many? Are there just multiple people lined up? What the fuck was that? You guys kidnapping small children over here, like, what? Still not some of the weirdest shit I think I've seen in a video game. That probably still goes to 11. At least MMO-wise. Because there were those little, cakes you could get in 11 that transformed you into a little girl. Like, every once in a while, you just see a bunch of players do that all at the same time and just start running around. And the problem with some doors you physically had to interact with, so sometimes you'd also be asking see this small pack of little kids, asking players to open the doors because they physically couldn't if they wanted to maintain the effect. You just see like 20 or so players run past like that. It was so funny. But it was also just so dumb. Like, why is this item in the game? Also, not gonna lie, I kind of missed the goldfish minigame. There was you could specifically do that method of fishing with the little bowl and the paper scoop. But it was, like, specifically an event thing. Etsy, can we get that back? That'd be fun. You know, since you've kind of just forgotten spearfishing exists. Can we do that? I don't care if it only exists for, like, a couple weeks for an event. And then you trade the goldfish in for, like, currency, and then you trade the currency in for rewards or something. And yes, I did get everything from the Valentine's event. I did eventually do that. Even though it was like 2 days before the event ended. It's so weird to me that every once in a while they decide to put like actual effort into an event. Because that one had a 4-player instance attached to it. The whole goal was you were running around trying to avoid the automatons while putting a cake together. The more cakes you got done, the more chocolates you got in the end. Also, when you got to the last cake, the automatons would suddenly power up and start zooming. But it was like, I did that twice. Once solo and then once with a random group. And that was enough chocolate. That got me all the rewards, no problem, with tons left over. It was like, yeah, no, I didn't have to do it that much. It's just weird that suddenly they're like, yeah, let's do a really involved Valentine's Day event. There was 7 total armor pieces. A a food item. Granted, you get one of those just for finishing the event in general. And a couple furniture pieces. Granted, the furniture pieces might technically be repeats. I'm not 100% sure if they were new items or not. The armor pieces were. They were entirely new sets. I really wish I had any understanding of when SE is suddenly deciding they're going to do a really involved event. Because even with the Halloween ones, they just keep reusing Hawk Manor at this point. Because, like, technically the last Halloween event was involved in big glowing quotation marks. So again, they just reused Hawk Manor and put a bunch of NPCs in there. Also, you had mount access, which was hilarious because so many people just were not using the mounts. Except for the one part where you were required to. It was so odd. Excuse me. And it wasn't even that good of a one. Oh shit, right. Let's actually go back live. Might get some weird sounds. I don't know if it's gonna play this or not. No, it did not. No, it is still not live. What the fuck does the dev keep saying then? I keep checking back on Demon Crawl because it got delisted off of Steam. According to the dev, he missed a deadline on fixing something, and they were just like, yeah, no, we're taking it off until you can fix this. He said I was supposed to be going back live today with a 50% discount, but as far as I can tell, it's still not there. The entry for it is there. The actual purchase for it isn't. Also, the game still has, like, massive fucking problems. I got it to crash twice last night on the same stage. Luckily, the game at least can acknowledge that it was doing it now. But still, I don't know what was crashing it. Oh shit, no, I crashed it another time yesterday. I tried doing arena that morning. Thank you for the follow. 3 Putmas? Gotta move. It's like, I want that game to succeed because it's like a good frickin' Minesweeper game. But boy, does the dev have a lot of work to fix it after it got abandoned a couple years ago. Like, the arena mode is fun when it works. Like, it crashes so often. At least it physically works aside from the crashing now. I think the first time I tried it, none of the shop menus worked. And again, that feature is actually listed as in beta. Yeah, I want the game to succeed. It was fun until all the problems happened. Also, it's weird that it's so unstable now, considering I've done done crazier shit with it in the past. And not had a problem. Like, I had the entire screen covered in bubbles that were bouncing around and not crash the game kind of situation. Oh well. Hopefully he gets his shit together. What is this? Okay, fine. I guess we're running to the bank on this one. Game, why do you always give me bird's nests in doubles? Weird shit. Okay. Oh, right, actually. Hold on. Make sure I do that before I forget about it. I've had these easy ones technically for like 2 years, but really I've only been juggling them for like a couple months in reality. Okay, it's gotta be colder in here than I think. My heater just activated. Doesn't feel that bad, but I do have to keep turning my desktop fan on and off. There's a... Okay, that's gotta be just like some dude with multiple accounts, because like, what the shit is that train? Like, what am I witnessing here? Does the kid not have a walk animation? Man, I'm not even mad at them for that one. It just looks really silly. Oh, hi. Ah, it's an Essence in plane. Not even in my catch range yet, even with the net. Also, my net is currently stored in Paro. Oh, good. The tree graphics are glitching again. Neat. Wait, did somebody murder one of the guards? Why are there just potato seeds? I think somebody killed the guard. Oh no. Who did it? Who did a casual drive-by murder on their way doing the event? It wasn't me. I haven't punched them in a while. No, in a while. Game, can we calm down with the bird's nests? Oh, I got a willow seed. Wow, that is bizarrely appropriate. It's like doing this for an hour, and then I get 3 of them. Not one of them a clue nest. Game, I think you need to fix your priorities. Let's give me a beginner clue. Maybe I can clear the pile out a little. I think right now I have, I think one of them's Hans, and I know the other is Panic at the Elkrid Mine. Also, can Charlie stop asking for leather chaps, please? I don't know what he keeps doing with them. But I have to keep going over and making them, and I'm running out of materials again. Means I'm gonna have to go murder some cows soon. Actually, to be fair, I think I need cooked meat. I have to make curry at some point. Which is why I need 60 cooking. Okay, maybe it wouldn't be the worst thing. It would still be prep work. But also, like, he's consistently asked for leather chaps, like, 5 times in a row now. Like, out of the 4 items I can get, it's the more annoying one. It's like, I still can't get the fish. So half of his clue steps are impossible. And the leather chaps one is the more annoying one because, like, the leather body I can just grab from somewhere in one of these buildings. The other ones were Iron Dagger, and I do not remember what the other one was. Was it Bar of Iron? It is. I don't think he's ever asked me for one. Every time I get the Charlie tasks now, I've been putting them off to the side again. That way I know which ones are potential dead ends. Like, they are doable, but only if he asks for specific things. Oh, there goes my spine again. Yeah, why does that happen so damn fast? Am I just that tense these days? Like, what the hell? And just cracked the 2. Every joint, man, I swear. Oh, it is so weird seeing so many people run past here. I've had the character out here for a while now. Now that Parapuro's unlocked, just been taking a break from the Alcrid mine. Just enjoying being anywhere else. And I've seen so many people running through here for that event. It's insane. So every once in a while, somebody stops to tell me I'm doing a good job and to keep going. So obviously I have my name set up in such a way that it's kind of obvious it's a chunk account. Like, I've had a couple people stop to tell me I can do it, and I'm just like, okay, I'm not used to getting in-game attention. I keep to myself for the most part on 14. Which is why when weird interactions happen, it's just so odd. Like that one guy that every time he sees me at his party, like, does a toast emote, and I'm just like, what? When did that start? I don't know if I keep saving his ass from bad situations or what. It's just been very funny. I haven't done front lines in a bit. It's been pissing me off. I had one day where literally every single match was complete garbage except for one, which had the most glorious blowout I think I've ever seen. We weren't even really coordinating that much in, like, the alliance chat. And we completely deleted an entire alliance with, like, one single explosive combo setup. Went from getting pinched in that stupid frickin' tunnel area to just completely obliterating the team that was trying to pinch us in there. It's one of those situations where, like, I really wish I had been streaming or recording this, but absolutely all the other matches sucked. They were all, the team just refuses to do anything, won't fight anything, it's just camping and spawn situations. The amount of just sleepy bullshit that happens on that map is insane. Triumph is such a mess for that. The map's already, like, bizarrely imbalanced on some of the spawn points. Like, there's one node that's, like, the biggest offender on that. Where it is basically guaranteed for one team to get up in that hill area before the other one does. But, like, most of the bullshit I see with that map is people standing in nodes and just not noticing that their HP is going down. Especially in that middle circle on Triumph. The number of times I have seen people die because they are just ignoring their health bar is way too high. They're getting hit from somebody standing on the ledge and just not paying any attention to it. It happens so often. And what makes it worse is, like, a couple of the times I've seen that happen, these people have just jumped off the ledge to get to the node in the first place. And then just forget that there's an enemy team up there. Like, can we please play front lines with our monitors turned on? Thank you. I hate that that's the bare minimum now with Triumph, but that's where we're at. I need you to play with your monitor on, or at least fucking look at it. You have potentially 3 separate places where your HP bar is displayed. At least pay attention to one of them. And either heal yourself or at least back up. Dying on a node that isn't even spawned in yet is not benefiting your team in any way, shape, or form. Also, I'm guessing some of these people are so used to just the healers having to do everything that they have no concept of their own survival or something, because that's really the only way that explains it. Some of them are potentially bots, but not all of them. Some of them are just really stupid players. It's wild how many there are. Like, at least move around, do something, anything. We're not in PvP to sit there like a lump on a frickin' mushroom on a log, please. Also, it's wild because a lot of those situations where they're just standing on the node, not paying attention to their HP bar, there is nothing else going on at that moment. There's nobody contesting them. There's been several times where I'm the only one hitting them. No other enemy is around. And they still proceed to not look at their own HP bar. So there's not even anything that should be distracting them from their HP bar. Like, I've lost track of my HP in the middle of a really chaotic fight before. Largely because I'm trying to figure out why the fuck I'm stunned. And it's like, usually in the more chaotic fights, by that point, I'm already dead. But, just not even acknowledging that you're getting hit at all or that your HP is going down is wild. I think that's the one short from when I was doing the Red Mage stream. I think that one's up on Sunday. So I know I did turn one of those moments into a short because it's just like, can you guys stop doing this, please? I don't expect you to be a god at PvP, but at least pay some attention to what's going on. So why is it always the monks that don't seem to realize they have to heal themselves? Especially because monks have 2 heals. They have the, all jobs one, the recuperate, and then they have Riddle of Earth, which converts damage they've taken during its timer to HP. Yet they're always the ones that end with 0 healing done. even assuming that you were just not paying attention to the fact that there were abilities underneath the unequipable ones. Because PvP, quite frankly, is sorted piss poorly. Like, even if you didn't acknowledge that, how are you still not even trying to use Riddle of Earth? Riddle of Earth, for the most part, works the exact same in PvE as it does in PvP. There might be some number differences, but you take damage while it's active, you get health back once you hit the button again. It's the exact same ability. But then again, I keep seeing dancers also not use Dance Partner. It's the exact same ability, guys. Come on now. It transfers different effects, but it is the same fucking ability. If it's not placed on somebody, you're doing your job wrong. I see that happen constantly too still, and I'm absolutely baffled by it. So PvP gets the better version of that move. Which makes it even worse. It's much easier to swap it between partners, since it is just point and click rather than you have to turn the ability off and then turn it back on and then it goes on 30-second cooldown. Still don't know why they haven't swapped it to that in PvE. I'm still so baffled by that. Essie, you've proved you can. You can keep the 30-second cooldown, but can we make it more functional, please? It is such a pain in the ass to turn it off, retarget, and then turn it back on. Especially with how often my dance partner ends up dead on the ground, and now I'm having to swap it because my standard step is up. There's no point in doing standard unless I have a living dance partner. And again, I always kind of knew Dancer would have issues. I always knew it was going to be a problem the moment they announced that it was team supporty. It was like, oh, good. So it's going to be dependent on my teammates actually being capable of standing on their feet for more than 2 seconds. Cool. Great. Always an issue. It's always going to be an issue. The moment I have to rely on another player in 14, we have a problem. Like, shit. The same things I made a short about ended up happening again yesterday. It didn't wipe the party this time, but we had somebody walk off the map when chunks of it were destroyed, and we had somebody stay in the coil and just die for no reason on M4. I can't believe it fucking happened again. Like, what are we doing here, guys? The problem is, you can't save the idiot that's standing in the middle of the coils just eating the hit. Because the body of the lindworm counts as a wall. So you can't pull the idiot out unless you're following them around and going to where the opening is. So you can't even save them from their own stupid behavior. That thing is an instant kill, except to the tanks if they're using their immunity abilities. Because I have seen some tanks eat the hit. It's not true damage. But at the same time, why are we wasting those buttons on a hit you can dodge easily? I go into basically every fight assuming my healers are going to either let me die or fucking spend the entire fight dead. So I had an incident back on Alexander 12 where the healers quite literally just let me slowly bleed to death. I was playing Paladin, I was blowing all my MP on trying to keep myself alive, and they just kept not healing me. Used my hallowed ground. They continued to not heal me. that point, what the fuck am I supposed to do? They didn't have the same crazy amount of healing that they do now. It was basically clemency, and that is it. There weren't all the crazy extra regens off of some of your abilities. And, Warrior back then was nowhere near as busted as it is now. Okay, it was actually busted in a totally different way. It had insane DPS for a while. Like, insane to the point that it was doing DPS numbers as a tank. That was, like, very start of Heaven's Ward. To the point that, we were trying to run triple tank on Bismarck EX. The problem was the game got kind of confused with the ads and, didn't actually know how to place the indicators quite correctly, so it kept trying to swap who had it. So we were constantly losing track of who was supposed to have one of the ads. Simply because, like, Warrior just did that much damage. It's a dumb idea, and it probably would have worked if our tanks were a little more coordinated. But still. Like, now it's just broken in the amount of self-healing it has. Not only just self-healing, but, like, it can give some of that healing to its teammates. Put away the bird's nest. Game. There we go. Keep moving. Like, I keep somehow running into the exact same problems every single time. Every single time with 14. It's the days when, at least when content was new, I was almost guaranteed to get good players. Because all the good players would bum rush the new content within, like, the first day. I can't even get that anymore, and it's so depressing. I expect the Alliance Raid stuff to be a shit show on launch, because it generally is. Like, usually I expect worse results from that, but I can't even get good players on a 4-player dungeon anymore on day 1. To drag my team through the dead ends, kicking and screaming a summoner. God, that was a mistake going Summoner. I wanted to see what they had done to change Summoner, because that's when it got its massive update. So I ended up leveling it instead of Red Mage. Fuck, that was a mistake when I got to that point. It's like, cool, I have 1 Swift Res. And sometimes that fucker is down because, it's optimal DPS sometimes to not save it. At least with Red Mage, I have infinite instant reses. That team absolutely refused to learn a damn thing the entire time. What makes it funnier is I think the first boss wasn't even that bad. It was the last 2 that were a problem. The first one's the one that has the really weird instant kill. It's like if it infects you with the frickin' disease from all those clouds, it eventually just kills you instantly. But I don't remember that one being a problem, but it definitely was the other two bosses. Like, most of it just came down to refusing to dodge things or raid attacks. It's not like there was that much crazy shit going on. The worst thing, besides that potential instant kill on the first boss, was like the last one had a Doom instant kill. One of those healable Dooms, which is piss poor design, I see. Can we stop doing that shit? On like basic content, because nobody understands it. So I don't know why all the way up to Endwalker was still happening. People don't even understand that the bar... Is it over or under status effect? My brain is not remembering that part. That the bar means it's removable. Like, people can't even get that basic detail right. Okay, more nest. Not the nest. Open. Reldo. Get out of here. Well, like, I knew the moment they made that announcement that, yeah, it wasn't going to improve people are removing status effects. And then we got to X-Death, and a bunch of people kept dying to Doom. I remember bitching about that on Twitter and somebody telling me, yeah, but as long as they remove Doom, who cares? They weren't removing Doom either. I've had parties wipe on basic-ass X-Death due to Doom happening at the start of the fight. Like, let's be real here. The player base is that dumb. That shit forced me to actually go level Bard. So at that point, I'd already swapped to maining Red Mage. And I only leveled Bard to do X-Death. It's the only reason I sped up leveling it. Because at least it had 1 CC removal. That way, when the healers inevitably screwed everybody over, at least I could save myself. Having the ability to infinite res doesn't exactly work if they're gonna keep sitting there not doing their jobs. It's like, they make it more comprehensible so you can tell which status effects are removable. Healers still don't do their jobs. They make Esuna instant cast. People still don't do their jobs. Like, it doesn't matter how much they fix this, people are still gonna sit there and not remove status effects. Even if it's Doom. That's how bad the state of the player base is. There are very few exceptions to status effect removal. There's a couple fights where you get very short-term bleeds that either get reapplied before you can remove all of them, or just aren't worth removing at all. Where your better option is just to do an AoE regen or some shields. Like, I've seen entire parties get paralyzed and they still won't do anything. Not even for themselves. Alright, we're less than 300 away from getting 65. Holy shit. So much effort. But it's getting done. I should probably take a break and maybe get a snack. Yeah, no, I definitely need a break. I need the bathroom. Okay, yeah, no, we're taking a break. Let me go flip the clues real quick. Sell this. Go take the bird's nest. Back to the bank. Hey, let me click. Oh, hi. Ah, damn it, gourmet. In range, but not without my nets. Actually, I think I'm getting this done faster than I thought I would. Is somebody leveling magic with teleport? Hold on, I should have checked their name. God damn it. That is such weirdo behavior. I don't blame them if you have good access to law runes, but what the fuck? Because, like, I have access to law runes. My access is kind of shit, though. Alright. I take a quick break. I'm gonna run some ads. I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. I have cheese. I guess I can do this while I'm eating, huh? So good. Like, man, I like just eating cheese on its own. I always find buying, like, a whole block of it is just kind of intimidating. Because, like, good, now I have to make sure I warm this up enough so I can cut it and then not hurt myself. Not, like, accidentally hurt myself with a knife in the process of cutting said cheese. These little sticks are great. I hate the overpackaging, though. That can go to hell. They're all individually wrapped and then they're in a separate package. And it's just so dumb. Also, I don't know if they sell those little... What are they, baby bells? The ones that are in the little wax circle? I don't know if they sell those here. I know they did sell in Canada at some point when I was a kid. Because I've seen them before. But I don't know if they do that now. I don't remember the last time I've seen them. Then again, we don't have ragu here anymore. The pandemic kind of killed that. A lot of the companies involved in selling ragu pasta sauce here shut down sometime during all that. I don't know if they were the ones making it here in Canada or just importing it, but yeah, no, we don't have ragu at all anymore. At least not where I am. Plenty of other pasta sauces. It's just weird that this one iconic brand just doesn't exist anymore here. Fuck, I just have to remember not to buy the pasta sauce I got last time. That was terrible. I still have, like, part of a jar of something, and I don't remember what it is. But it was like, it said it was Italian sausage, green pepper, and onions. It was basically none of those things, and it had no flavor, and it was pretty much all water. I would absolutely take flooded with carrot mush over that. Because at least that has some body to it. Because that's what most sauces do to load them up. They just put in absolutely mushed up carrot. But like at least that is something compared to what I had. So weird, because it smelled good when I opened the jar, but it tasted like nothing. It just tasted like sweet. Like they loaded it down with sugar on top of the tomato. And I just to get rid of some of the acidity, but I shouldn't be tasting nothing but sugar. I should be tasting Italian sausage. How do you fuck that up? This just like really bothers me because it's like I was trying to test out a food I had never tried before. I had cognac noodles. It's like I don't know if I would ever eat those again, and it's entirely because I had such a bad experience getting that fucking container open, and then the sauce tasted like nothing. It was like, it wasn't done pleasant, but I had such a weird experience with it. I'm just like, I don't know what my opinion is now. I ended up having to throw half of it out. I think mostly because the sauce was bad. You know, I had to fight with that container to get it open because it had one of those plastic films over top of it. And every single corner I peeled back, it peeled off in a layer. So that was still shut. Ended up having to take a pair of scissors to it. And I don't think I quite heated them up enough. But, like, I don't know. Maybe I could find a good solid pasta sauce. I might try that again. Also, it really doesn't help that, my wine stovetop is a little crooked. God, I hate those fucking burners. I'd so much rather have the flat top, but, you know, live in an apartment, you get what you get. I suspect the stove is probably as old as I am, considering the fridge was as old as I am. I'd been making that joke for a while and then found out, no, it was actually true. You straight up do not make the parts for it anymore, because why would you make parts for a 30-year-old fridge? So yeah, no, the stove's probably the same age, if I'm gonna be honest. Aside from the one burner not being flat, it's fine. It still works. And, like, at least the door is staying on. The hinges in the fucker had to be replaced when I moved in. And since those are staying in place, at least things are good. But let's face it, if they ever break down again, management ain't fixing it. Took me almost a week to get them to do anything about the fucking fridge. Lost all the food that was in there. Which, you know, that's fun. That's a fucking expense with everything fucking spiking all the time, price-wise. Not to mention exhausting, because I had to lug all that shit down to the dumpster. I do not want to have to do that again. Cat! Poor cat. You're gonna be turned into death runes later. Sorry, buddy. Why does that quest exist? Why are we converting adult cats into death runes? weird situation. Bizarro old games, man. They can't make stuff like this anymore. It just wouldn't work. Like, 14 stopped doing excruciatingly weird shit a long time ago, because it just always ended up being a problem. Like, people already barely knew that you could remove Gremlin's misery effect by using the comfort emote within a certain proximity of the dude affected. That was already excruciatingly uncommon knowledge back when that content was new. Nobody knows it now. And that still works, too. They haven't changed that. The last time they put gremlins in the game, they just caused a heavy slow. Rather than do the misery effect again. But you could also blame that on it being in the first. So, like, technically they could still do it again. I don't know why they would. To be fair, I think the video I learned that from doesn't exist anymore. So I went looking for it, and the channel has, like, purged most of its videos. Either it deleted them or they locked them. I don't know which. But it was already just, like, the weirdest, most obscure frickin' knowledge to begin with. And if you knew what you were doing, it was really helpful. But almost nobody knew that was a removable status effect, because it's such a weird way to do it. The game won't even tell you it's removable now. Even with the changes to how status effects are displayed. It won't tell you it's removable, because it's not removed in a normal method. I don't actually know if you can block it. Huh. It wouldn't even be a range of any of the dungeons where it's accessible, though. Oh, hi. Sweet. Free lamp. One more and I get level 8 agility. The goal is technically level 13, which would prop a task up on my list. Like, I could go higher, but, like, 13 will at least get me access to a spot where I can jump over the fence. I don't remember what the lowest one agility course I can access is. There's 2 within my chunks. I just can't use any of them right now. And unfortunately, that fence does not give me EXP as far as I'm aware. So it'd just be for convenience, not for leveling. You know, unless something really obscure has changed at some point, and I'm not aware of it. It wouldn't be the first time that's happened in relation to all my chunk tasks. It's happened before. I still have that dead Shield of Arava task that's sitting in my backlog that's not physically possible. Granted, I found that sucker like 2 years ago at this point. Because of that huge break I took. Which took me going insane for like 30 minutes to an hour trying to figure out through the wiki what the fuck was different and why it wasn't working. Granted, it was related to technically a different task, which was to get leather gloves. Turned out you couldn't activate Shield of Arav through Charlie the Tramp anymore. It's what it ended up coming down to. And without that quest, I couldn't get into the room that had the gloves. I swear Charlie the Tramp has been, like, the bane of my existence with this entire thing. He's either dead-ending my beginner clues, or he's blocking me out of content. Yeah, one or the other. We're still, like, one chunk off of being able to activate that quest line anyways. Maybe not finishing it, but, like, we are technically next to it. Excuse me. So close. We're almost done. We almost actually making progress today. Almost knocking off a new task that I have entirely self-inflicted. Also, this one is technically caused by Pero, but I will not actually have to go in there to get any of the shit I need to complete it. I have diamonds. It's not a problem. I have diamonds from both mining and just doing random events. Like, I think the only thing I had to worry about was making sure I had the ability to carve the diamonds, because I think I had to do that first. Okay, yeah, I know that helps. I didn't want to bring up the wiki. Yeah, I know that gets it done either way, so. It can't be an uncut diamond, it has to be a cut one. Like, my crafting, already got it there, already cut all the diamonds I had at the time. It was one of the first things I did because it was one of the easiest ones to complete. I think I only needed one level at that point. Also, I discovered something wild. I didn't realize I had so much EXP already. We're almost at 5 million. Also, total level's over 900 now. I was not paying that much attention to my total EXP, had not realized it had started to actually get that high. But I still wonder to myself how far I'm actually going to take this. Because I started doing this with no real set goal at all. I guess just see how far I can get. Like, 14 keeps demanding my attention, which doesn't help. I still have to get back to surviving Mars at some point. My poor colony is all fucked up. They may have fixed the issue I had with the elevators the last time I streamed it, where I couldn't get materials to actually transport to the underground without, just sticking them on an RV. That might be fixed. They've basically just entirely changed how the elevator works. It functions as a storage now. The problem is my plans have kind of been scuttled on that regardless because I lost a bunch of colonists due to another meteor storm and a snap freeze. Because they keep happening at the same time. So I'm like, I don't know if I'll be able to send anybody underground anytime soon. Because I want to explore that. I want to figure out what that bottomless pit is. That entire plotline has been so silly. I want to see what's going on with that. But unless I can get people to live down there, I can't do anything with it. But until I can repopulate my colony, which is going to be really difficult because I also declared independence around the same time. Yeah, it's gonna be a nightmare. I think with the other main plotline, we left off with the dude running the project dying. So I don't know where that's going either. Yeah, the big problem hopefully is fixed. Their fix worries me a little, just in the off chance that's also going to break. Hopefully it should work better. Because obviously, had I already been sending people down there to live, I wouldn't have lost so many colonists. Because the thing they have to worry about in the underground section is earthquakes, or well, Mars quakes. Just the Earth dropping shit on top of the dome. Which is a little less annoying than both a meteor storm and cold snap. Also, I'm pretty sure those weather effects are fucked up. I swear I checked what weather effects I was supposed to be getting. It's not those two. Like, I've seen the little dust tornadoes, but I haven't seen those in ages. I've only seen one actually go through the colony. And I'm pretty sure those were set to 2. I wonder if the generation got all fucked up. Because I know there were some issues with some files that, or they adjusted how those things fucking activate, and it's decided screwing me over is the best idea. I don't know what to tell you on that one. Granted, I can fix one of those problems soon anyways. I remember being close to researching the laser cannons. So at least one of them won't be an issue soon, hopefully. It's just I have to get back to it. It was pissing me off back then. So I don't think they fixed the asteroids to be less stupid. Nah, Sarah, they fixed one part of the asteroids being stupid, which was finding spots for them to land, the rockets to land. I think they fixed that. But the fact that I can't choose when I send materials down and when I send the drones away, yeah, no, that's dumb. I should be allowed to leave the drones up there. Or have them come back with the ship every single time. Because honestly, having them hop on the ship every time would be a lot easier, plus then they can unload the ship when they get back down to Mars. Which would be helpful. Because I keep losing drones. Okay, granted, I have the ability to print drones now. But without the colonists, I can't make the materials to make the drones. some of that's managed by AI, but it's still, like, way less than I'd like. Like, I've outsourced a bunch of it. So at least I don't need people as much anymore, but I would still rather have the colonists because they do a better job. The automation is just saving me from everything collapsing is all it is. Because, otherwise I think my colony would have completely died a couple streams ago. So yeah, that's gonna be a fun cleanup job once I finally get around to streaming that again. I just really hope that elevator thing is actually fixed. Out of every issue, that one was pissing me off the most. Then the colonists just glitching out and dying outside of the small environmental bubbles. They would, like, get kicked out of the building and then stand there throwing a hissy fit until their oxygen ran out. And it happened very frequently. And if they were dissatisfied and wanted to go home, they would not be moved. If they were still functional colonists and I caught it fast enough, I could tell them to go get inside one of the domes. But if they were dissatisfied, they would sit there and just die. They would run out of oxygen and just not care. Like, I think that one got fixed. I also partially think I know what was causing it, because a bunch of my laws and shit would fluctuate around and would change the actual capacity of the things due to one of the housing laws. I think that's what was causing it. Then again, I don't know why the colonists were that stupid, but it's whatever. Like, that shit I think at least got fixed. It still makes me nervous to build those things, because, I can't afford a repeat on that. Not to mention, I have plenty of places for those colonists to live, considering a bunch of them died. Also due to running out of oxygen. Because the domes kind of exploded. And that game has been fucking wild for just dumb shit happening. Amount of just absolute crazy bullshit. Also, like, surviving Mars, can we stop having 2 environmental disasters stacked on top of each other? That's been the worst part. Every time I recover from one, the next one starts, and it's like, okay, I'm out of metal trying to fix all this bullshit that happened. And now I can't get the heaters running. And you just exploited not only a bunch of pipes into power lines, but you exploited a bunch of my more important systems. Alright, 104 to go. So I think 4 more trips? I think. I am bad at math, do not ask me. Not ain't gonna be full trips. It's like 3 full trips and then 1, like, half trip. Then I got back to the bank and grabbed a diamond and my chisel. Oh, nope, there's my spine again. Come on, it's not like I've been shrimped up the entire day. I'm not behaving that badly. Yo, that staff actually looks kind of fucking cool. What the hell? Wait, hold on. Oh yeah, nope, tree is still glitched out. Okay. Don't know what keeps causing that, but it happens often. Okay, seriously, why is Demon Crawl not up? Have said anything? No, it's just still the post saying it's back, and it's not back yet. I'm not insane, like... People are saying it's a freaking technical issue. I think it's a technical bug, because apparently you can wishlist the game and then try to add it to your cart from there. But it just kicks you back to the main page. Fucking weird behavior, man. The dev seems to be aware something's fucked up. But, like, he's trying. He's trying to get it back up. again, I haven't heard of many situations where Steam has taken a game down and then put it back up. Except for that one that was meant to shill NFTs. That had stolen assets in it. That everybody was, like, really fucking enamored with for some goddamn reason. Then again, I think there's a couple of games that were like that. But I've never heard of one being taken down due to somebody missing a deadline before. That's kind of new. I totally believe the reason he gave, though, because, like, it makes a lot of sense. Because Steam would be in trouble if they kept selling it and the game doesn't function. Like, even in his post about it going back live, there's a huge list of patch notes attached to it. So, like, it's getting work. Stuff is happening. I don't know, man. I want to see that game succeed, because, like, it's a good game. Just like, holy shit, my god, it has so many problems right now. But yeah, apparently it was supposed to be back up. And nobody quite knows what the fuck's going on. Not even the dev. I don't know. Maybe they reviewed it and then just decided not to tell them they weren't putting it back up. I don't know. But I guess we'll find out in like a couple days. And I can confirm the wishlisting thing, because when I was looking, Thanatos had put it on his wishlist. So, like, it's sort of there. Clearly something changed. I will, flip the clues on the next one. Once I come back from the shop again. Game, please. Can you not slow me down? Yes, I know I'm deforesting all the willow trees, but, like, come on now. I might need an extra trip. Maybe? Are we at exactly what I need? 453. Yeah, 26. No, I think we're at exactly what I need. All right. Get the tree refreshing and then flip everything. And I can't see the evil chicken. Damn. I think the chickens are only visible if they're right against the fence. Lame. I was looking at my YouTube analytics again. The way some of those shorts have gone is just like really surprising to me because the Seralim one's getting a bunch of comments now all of a sudden. Not like crazy amounts, but like for what the number of views I get is just kind of surprising. It's kind of fascinating to see what happens with those frickin' things. I do, actually. I wonder if any of that has to do with all the fucking AI trash that keeps being put into the shorts feed now. People are much more willing to, like, stick around and watch something that's actually real. Who the fuck knows? Because, like, I can tell you there's a lot of those fucking Sora crap videos in YouTube's, shorts feed now. They got an entire social media platform to themselves, and they still have to fucking inflict their goddamn slop onto the rest of us. I'll be so glad when that platform implodes, because they're losing money hand over fist. They have no way of monetizing it. Like, either all the Gen AI stuff is going to implode, or at the very least, any social platform it has is going to implode and not function anymore. Sora will probably be the first one to go. Sorry, I just saw the guard's neck do a weird thing. I was like, what? Is that a player? What the shit's going on? Why is their head like shifting back? I might just be hallucinating at this point. Who the fuck knows? Been fletching for like 2.5 hours. Which isn't that terrible, but like, ugh. Alright, one more batch to go. I'm fine, I swear. I don't have a cold. It just always sounds like I do. I've been having problems all day. I was coughing a lot during my workout. Don't know why. I was plenty hydrated. It's like I got something caught in my throat at one point and then it just wouldn't stop. After that, it was like the whole thing's irritated and now this is going to be a problem. Game. That was sad. What was that? Come on, I don't need that many more. Then I'll leave the tree alone. To be fair, I could keep leveling Fletching if I felt like it. There's a yew tree somewhere out in this direction. Sometimes I can see it, sometimes I can't. Come on, we're so close. And 65 fletching. You can now make yew short bows and diamond-tipped adamantite bolts, and carve yew veil totems. Only one of those is semi-relevant. It's time to go make some diamond bolt tips. This way, grab my chisel. Grab one singular diamond. And hope for the best. There we go! We have diamond bolt tips. Just shattered a diamond in 12 pieces. Means we've got a task complete. Hooray! Where is it? Cut diamond bolt tips. I still need 11, and that's assuming I do not proc another gardening one. Farming related one. This happens every once in a while. I'll keep working on it, probably more so when I'm working on like making cheese, because I constantly pass the farm. But yeah, no, we've actually made some progress for once. Hooray! To be fair, we've been making progress. Like, I already have 40 attack. I just need the rune weapon. Technically it's two separate tasks. We're not even going to talk about the fact that it's technically two separate tasks. Like, technically so is the one for Red Dragon Hide. That's this one down here for the red spiky vambraces. The only thing is, like, that one, if I were to get the van braces right now, would not actually complete the other one just yet. Then we still, of course, have 66 magic. It used to be I had to get the 62. And the 70 smithing, which is still that old backlogged one. So put these away. Now I just have sharp pieces of diamond sitting in here. Yeah, no biggie. And I also still have the loop half of a key. I think I'm gonna wrap up here, though. I thought of doing more, but, like, I'm tired. I'm, like, actually genuinely tired. Might attempt to play Demon Crawl for a bit, to be fair. Attempt being the important word there. Because, that game loves to crash on me. Maybe I actually get something done. We'll see. I'll try my best. There should be a short going up today at 5, assuming YouTube doesn't flub somehow. You know, every once in a while, something decides it's not going to work correctly. Oh, right, I also have to put my axe away. I can do that later. My character's still holding the hatchet like a freaking maniac. Also, I have to set aside a work day at some point. It has to be before... Technically, it could be after Saturday, but I should do it before Saturday. There won't be a VOD up Friday. I'm probably gonna save this one for next week. Just to make my life easier. But I sort of have a method for fixing the alerts that the redeems I lost when VTS Reacts shut down. I know of a method. I have to see if it's gonna work to fix those. But yeah, hopefully I should be able to get that stuff working again. Because only half my redeems are functional at the moment. The others are... The Twitch end of them are saved, and all the object settings are saved in VTube Studio. I have no way of interacting between the two at the moment. That's the main problem. Hopefully I can get fixed. But knowing my luck, it's going to take me like an hour of just constantly fucking with it to get it to work. We'll see. Yeah, I gotta set that aside on the same day I do the VODs, hopefully. So yeah, I don't know what's going on the rest of the week. I'll try to get at least one more stream in. I say that, but it's all dependent on how much my legs hurt at any given moment. I will try my best. Anyway, that'll be it for me today. Thanks for coming, guys, and I'll see y'all next time.